AJOKE, the young lady who is said to be the daughter of late Prophet TB Joshua. She came to limelight after the release of a documentary by BBC Africa, where disciples and people who worked hand in hand with Prophet TB Joshua came out to share some dark secrets and some bad experiences that they had with the late prophet while he was alive. AJOKE was part of that documentary, and according to her, she said that she has been raised and she grew up into an adult knowing herself to be the daughter of the late prophet. Although this fact has been argued by so many people. In this video, we are going to be talking more about AJOKE, so stay tuned. Late Prophet TB Joshua is one of those pastors that was able to keep his family matters private. Despite how popular and wealthy he was and how controversial he was, his wife and his children was not really known to the public until he passed. His wife, Evelyn Joshua, came to limelight after late Prophet TB Joshua passed on, and she's currently the one handling the ministry. She has 3 children who also came to limelight during the burial of late Prophet TB Joshua, and their names are Sarah Joshua, Promise Joshua, and Heart Joshua. So these are the known family members of late Prophet TB Joshua, whom the public and everybody who is close to the pastor refers to or recognizes as his family, his immediate family. Now, AJOKE Joshua came out during this recently released documentary by BBC Africa that has been making rounds on all the social media platforms, and people have been, the highlight of the documentary is actually AJOKE, who said she was raised and she grew up knowing herself to be the daughter of late Prophet TB Joshua.
As long as I can remember, I have been raised as TB Joshua's daughter.
And she actually shared some bad experiences that she had while she was with the pastor. She said that she was abused as a child. She said she was deprived of a good life. She said her father would beat her so badly and even ask all the disciples to beat her. There were times she was locked up in a room for months. She wasn't the only one saying this. It was also confirmed by some of the people who came out and, to share their own stories as well. And they confirmed that AJOKE will be locked in a room for months. She'll be beaten, she'll be treated so badly until a particular day when Prophet TB Joshua decided to just let her go, and she was led out of the church into the streets of Lagos without money, without food, no family. She was just left to survive on her own. But like I said, this has been argued by people, including Evangelist Joseph David. Evangelist Joseph David is one of the pastors or one of the disciples of late Prophet TB Joshua. According to him, he said he worked with Prophet TB Joshua for 27 years and served under him and, served him until he passed on, before he now finally left Synagogue Church of All Nations and decided to start his own ministry. So he came out in a video recently to point out some things, and while pointing out those things, he spoke on AJOKE's story, and he said that AJOKE is not the biological daughter of late Prophet TB Joshua. According to him, he said that AJOKE was dumped in front of the church when she was still a baby, like a newborn baby. So Prophet TB Joshua carried her, reported the case to the police station, and decided to adopt AJOKE as his own child. And that is why AJOKE grew up. People refer to her as pastor's daughter or as daddy's daughter. So she grew up in that church, in the ministry. She grew up as pastor's daughter, and she grew up knowing herself as pastor's daughter. So that is what Evangelist Joseph David pointed out. According to Evangelist Joseph David, he said that Prophet TB Joshua was actually raising AJOKE as his own daughter, and people were admiring her, people were admiring the life that she had, and how lucky she was to be the daughter of their daddy, until after some years, Ajoke became very rebellious and wayward, and somehow Pastor TB Joshua was not able to control her anymore. She started doing things that she was not supposed to do, things that was not supposed to be done by the daughter of a pastor. And according to Evangelist Joseph, he said that after trying so hard to tame her, but Prophet TB Joshua couldn't, that Prophet TB Joshua had to let her go. Okay, so to put in more clarity into the issue, I'm going to be reading out some comments that was dropped by supposed eyewitnesses or people who said that they knew about Ajoke. And as you can see this comment here, this person said, Ajoke isn't TB Joshua's daughter. She is a girl that was dumped at the church and TB Joshua picked her up. That was how she became his adopted daughter. I was raised in Synagogue Church of All Nations. If you're an old member of synagogue, you will know how Ajoke and Bisola was sent out of the church countless times because they were stealing from visitors. Now we, the old members of synagogue, know this story. Believe Bisola and Ajoke at your own risk. So this lady here is claiming that she has been in synagogue for a long time, even as a child, and she grew up there, and that is what she's saying, that Ajoke is not the biological daughter of late Prophet TB Joshua. So this person said, she is not his biological daughter. She is one of the orphan he took care of. Surprisingly, Bisola added her to her team of blasphemer. So as you can see, they are kind of like saying similar things. This person also said, Ajoke, the girl whose mother abandoned in Squan, and Prophet TB Joshua and his beautiful wife took her in, nurtured her and gave her shelter, sent her to one of the best schools in Lagos State. She grew up in Squan and became a disciple. The Squanite calls her and evangelist Shade the altar girls, until when she joined hands with Bisola to defraud a foreigner. May God Almighty forgive Ajoke. So that is another account of someone who, from the way it sounds like someone who was in that same space, like a member of Synagogue Church of All Nations. And that is what he's saying, that Ajoke is also an adopted daughter and not a biological daughter. Now, this person said she is not his biological daughter. The girl was a little girl that was abandoned by a woman in the church, and he took her in. Now she's coming out to spill rubbish. I'm not a fan of TB Joshua, but all this BBC interview is not really, because they've been really trying to always paint Africa bad. They should do a documentary of how many people the late Queen of England. BBC will never say anything good about Africa or Nigeria, always trying to help us to write our history for us to suit themselves. So as you can see, a lot of people are kind of like saying similar things, that Ajoke is an adopted daughter. Now, whether she's adopted or biological is not the point. Whether adopted or biological, she is his daughter. It doesn't matter whether she's adopted or biological. She is his daughter. So we just need to point out that fact. Now, the point is, was she actually treated the way that she claims she was treated? Because people are pointing accusing fingers to her that she became rebellious and she joined hand with Bisola and they started frauding people, and she was causing nuisance in the church until the pastor had to let her go. Now, my question is, if she was actually adopted by late Prophet TB Joshua and his wife, why wasn't she being brought up or being raised alongside his other daughters? Because Evelyn, or Pastor Evelyn, who is the wife of late Prophet TB Joshua, has 3 daughters. These daughters are grown up now, and from the perspective that we have of them, they are responsible and they are doing well. Could that have been the reason why she was corrupted by some bad eggs within that disciple fold? And according to the accusations that people have against her, they said she joined hands with Bisola. She became a nuisance. She became rebellious. She was even defrauding people in church. And Pastor TB Joshua couldn't handle her anymore and asked her to go. Now, if she was his biological daughter, would he ask her to go? I don't understand that part. How bad can your child be that you will now ask your child to go? Go to where? You just took her out of the church and tell her, yeah, go. Just go anywhere. If the story is actually true that she was abandoned in front of the church and you took her in, that shows that you know how your relationship with this child started. You took this child in and you were supposed to take her in as your own child. She was supposed to be raised alongside your own children, given the same training that you gave to your children, being treated like your own child. If your child does something bad or becomes rebellious, you would do everything within your power to keep correcting that child until that child takes to that correction. If you find out that child is within people who are corrupting her, you will do everything within your power to take her out of the midst of those people, put her somewhere where she can get good training, and ensure that she turns out to be that person that you want her to be, right? So why was Ajoke sent out of the church if she was actually his adopted daughter? That is the big question that I have to this whole narration that people are giving about Ajoke. So it still doesn't justify anything. And why was she being abused? Because according to Ajoke in the documentary, she said she was being abused. She was beaten and treated badly by Pastor TB Joshua and his disciples. Why was all of that happening? So that she was adopted doesn't defend anything to me. But I would like to hear your point of view about this in the comment section. This is Becky Culture Media, where we talk about trending news and events. If you found the video helpful, then please click on the like button and share with a friend. If you are new to the channel, you can join the family by subscribing to the channel and also click on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever there's a new upload here. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.